Welcome back, friends, into Let's Play Morrowind. Here we are at the bookseller. I remembered that if we check our journal, it wasn't that. It was it the journal? It was Hasfat, right? Mr. Antibolus. He told us about some books. I remember one of them was like the Lost Nerevar. Right? Let's see if she has them. Brief History of the Empire. On Oblivion. Mr. Antibolus did say the books were kind of rare, didn't he? The Pig Children? What do you think that is? The Real Berenzia. There seems to be a Real Berenzia in like every game. I never actually bothered to read them, though. Vampires of Vardenfell. Well, maybe she doesn't have them for sale. But maybe... Okay. Can I read these without buying them? I think you can turn it into a vampire somehow. Violent antipathy towards necromancy ensures vampires are virtually unknown in Morrowind. The temple does not acknowledge the existence of Western vampire hunting orders. Nonetheless, interviews with temple officials persuade me that the Dunmer of Morrowind are experienced and knowledgeable in the handling of these menaces. On the other hand, they freely admit that even a large community of vampires might easily escape detection in the remote wastelands, or in the subterranean labyrinth of abandoned strongholds and wizard towers. The Ash Vampire of Ashlander legend is not undead. Sorceries and blessings affecting the undead reportedly have no effect on these creatures. No specimen has ever been examined, and no reference has ever linked these legends with the known clans of Tamrielic vampires. Vardenfell's 3 known bloodlines differ greatly in their approach to prey. The Quora bloodline features exceptional strength and endurance and attacks in a state of ecstatic frenzy. Undai vampires are potent spellcasters seeking to hypnotize victims before feeding, while the swift and agile Burn clan vampires prefer stealth and ambush, first poisoning the victim with a bite and then withdrawing to a safe distance, returning to feed only when the prey has weakened. It is supposed that vampirism is contracted from wounds received from a vampire. Since few victims survive vampiric attacks or feedings, the process of contracting the disease is little understood. Some have suggested that the victims may willingly submit themselves to the will of a vampire, but no real evidence of this exists. During the incubation phase lasting up to 72 hours, the vampirism disease exhibits no symptoms and may be cured by general spellcraft or cult blessings. However, during incubation, some victims have reported sleep disturbances and troubling dreams. After symptoms are exhibited, however, the disease is incurable and irreversible. Okay, I was hoping to learn if we did contract vampirism, how to cure it. I guess we just have 3 in-game days to get to a town. And then we can try and find someone to do a cure through. Probably someone in a mage's guild, maybe. Nerevar, Moon, and Star. I feel like that was one of the books, wasn't it? Nerevar, Moon, and Star. This is a selection from the series of monographs by various Imperial scholars on Ashland legends. In ancient days, the Deep Elves and a great host of Outlanders from the west came to steal the land of the Dunmer. In that time, Nerevar was the great Khan and war leader of the House people, but he honored the ancient spirits and the tribal law and became as one of us. So when Nerevar pledged upon his great ring of the ancestors one clan under Moon and Star to honor the ways of the spirits and rights of the land, all tribes joined the House people to fight the great battle of Red Mountain. Though many Dunmer tribesmen and housemen died at Red Mountain, the Dwemer were defeated and their evil magics destroyed, and the Outlanders driven from the land. But after this great victory, the power-hungry Khans of the great houses slew Nerevar in secret, and, setting themselves up as gods, neglected Nerevar's promises to the tribes. But it is said that Nerevar will come again with his ring and cast down the false gods, and by the power of his ring will make good his promises to the tribes, to honor the spirits and drive the outsiders from the land. Sounds like we need that ring. The Moon and Star ring. War of the First Council. This is a count from Imperial scholar Agrippa Fundilius. It is based on various Imperial and Dunmer sources and written for Western readers. The War of the First Council was a First-Age religious conflict between the secular Dunmer houses Dwemer and Dagoth and the Orthodox Dunmer houses Induril, Redoran, Dres, Hlalu, and Telvanni. The First Council was the first pan-Dunmer governing body, which collapsed over disputes about sorceries and enchantments practiced by the Dwemer and declared profane by the other houses. The secular houses, less numerous but politically and magically more advanced, and aided by Nord and Orc clans drawn by promise of land and booty, initially campaigned with great success in the north of Morrowind, and occupied much of the land now comprising Redoran, Vardenfell, and Telvanni district. The Orthodox houses, widely dispersed and poorly organized, suffered defeat after defeat until Nerevar was made general of all house troops and levies. Nerevar secured the aid of nomad barbarian tribesmen and contrived to force a major battle at the secular stronghold of Red Mountain on Vardenfell. The secular forces were outmaneuvered and defeated with the help of Ashlander scouts, and the survivors forced to take refuge in the Dwemer stronghold at Red Mountain. After a brief siege, treason permitted Nerevar and his troops to enter the stronghold, where the secular leaders were slain and Nerevar mortally wounded. General slaughter followed, and houses Dwemer and Dagoth were exterminated. Nerevar died shortly thereafter of his wounds. 3 of Nerevar's associates among the Orthodox houses, Vivec, Alamexia, and Sothasil, succeeded to control of the recreated First Council, renamed the Grand Council of Morrowind, and went on to become the God Kings and immortal rulers of Morrowind, known as the Tribunal, or Almsivi. That's interesting. So this book says Nerevar died of wounds in a battle. This one says he was betrayed. What really happened? True nature of the orcs. I really want to find the one that was like the true Nerevar. Do you remember that? Or the real Nerevar? Pig children. No one, not the oldest dark elf of Mount Dagoth-ur or the ancient sage of Solitude himself, can recall a time when the orc did not ravage our fair Tamriel. Ah, this is about orcs.
Where is that slave?
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Well, I guess we go back to Caius, right? Hello, Mr. Man. Let's do the orders. And these are Sharn's notes on the Nerevarine cult. Excellent. I'm promoting you to Blade's apprentice. Soren, I'd like some time to think how this fits in with the Emperor's plans for you. So if you'd like to get a little freelance adventuring, go ahead. But whenever you're ready, I have new orders for you. I'm promoting you to the apprentice rank. Effective immediately, and here's a little present. 2 spell scrolls. The divine intervention will call you to the nearest imperial shrine, and the almsy intervention will recall you to the nearest temple. They come in handy for a quick getaway. No, Soren, no thanks needed. You're doing great work. Now get out of here and let me read. Cool, we got some fast travel spells. That's pretty cool. Let's just get our new orders. I thought it over, and I want you to interview 3 informants in Vivec City concerning the Nerevarine and the 6th house. First, I want you to speak with Endraharinar, a Khajiit Thieves Guild operative. Second, I want you to speak with Huleya, an Argonian in the Morag Tong. And finally, I want you to speak with Meha Milo, a temple priestess. Here, I've written the details down so you won't forget, and here are 200 drakes for bribes and other expenses. Cool. So we're going to Vivec. Interesting. I think Vivec is like one of the bigger cities, if not the biggest in Morrowind. The game, anyway. I think it's like the capital. I kind of want to get some training in. We got so much gold. I want to boost our intelligence. So... illusion. Oh, do we even have an intelligence one? I guess then we want... maybe I'll do personality. I want to boost our illusion skill. Let's see, training. Oh, fine. Training. Nope. I got 4,000 gold. Training. Illusion. Yeah. Oh, we can level up again. I'm gonna make sure we have the right stat stuff. Yeah, we don't. I want an endurance, at least.
Omnipotent, omniscient, sovereign, immutable. How sweet it is to be a god.
That was strange. Okay, so we need endurance. Spears endurance. Let's go find someone in the Fighters Guild to level up our spear. And then we can sleep again and hear that weird thing and investigate what the hell that was. Training. No. I think one of these guys had spear, right? I think. Well, I'm not part. I thought I signed up. Spear, here we go. There we go. What's this book? Okay. Is that gonna... Okay. You never know. That might have given me a skill up. So now let's rest. We'll do agility, endurance, and personality this time. We get to hear this really strange thing.
Omnipotent, omniscient, sovereign, immutable. How sweet it is to be a god.
Very strange. Let's check our journal. I had a disturbing dream. I can only recall one part. A tall figure with a golden mask led me along the dead as though a wedding celebration. I heard many voices, but no lips moved. I strained to breathe, but my chest didn't move. The tall figure spoke with each figure as he passed among them, laughing and joking as if he were alive. He said, "Omnipotent, omniscient, sovereign, immutable. How sweet it is to be a god." I tried to cry out, but without breath, my tongue fluttered in vain. So that's very strange. I wonder what that's about. Just have to wait and see, I guess. So we spent a bit of our gold. Divine intervention. forget which one does what. Can we buy more of those? Because I feel like the scrolls are like one-time use things. Okie doke. Interesting stuff. So we're supposed to go to Vivec. Let's go to Vivec in the daytime. Nighttime is so boring. I mean, even though I have the gamma filter now, you guys can probably see pretty well. I think the game looks better in the daytime. Let's rest for 11 hours. That'll put it at 8 a.m. Waiting and resting in this game is so fast. In Fallout 4, it takes ages to rest and wait. I think the game has a lot more to think about in those games, you know, because it's trying to calculate like what the rest of the world is doing, so it can update it appropriately. There's the sun. So I think we can take the Silt Strider to Vivec. Good day, Outlander. I'm Balmora's Caravaner. Tell me your destination, and I'll tell you if I can help you. Vivec. Okay, here we are. Who are we looking for? In St. Olms, in the foreign quarter. The temple compound. I assume this is a guard. Can you tell me where any of these places are? Vivec. Vivec is a city made up of 9 cantons, and each a little town in itself. Each great house has its own canton, and Outlanders have their own canton called the Foreign Quarter. The arena is for public entertainment like mock battles and comic plays. Commoners and paupers live in St. Dalen and St. Olms cantons. But most of all, this is Lord Vivec's holy city. The Ministry of Truth, the temple prison, hangs above the great temple of High Fane, and the halls of wisdom and justice, and Lord Vivec's palace. I know I want to go to the Foreign Quarter. The Foreign Quarter is the large 3-tiered canton to the north. Originally, foreigners were not allowed to enter Vivec any further than the Foreign Quarter, but now Outlanders can travel through Vivec at will. The Imperial guilds each have guild halls and complete services here, and an Imperial cult shrine serves the spiritual needs of the Imperial faithful. Various independent tradesmen, craftsmen, and trainers also rent space here. The Black Shock Corner Club rents beds to non-guild visitors. 3-tiered canton to the north. 3-tiered canton. Okay. So currently facing south. Is that right? Look how big these buildings are. I think we're going to be wandering around. Can you tell me where the foreign quarter is? St. Dalen Canton and St. Ohm's Canton are residence cantons for commoners and paupers. The temple charges very reasonable rents for comfortable workshops, shops, and apartments, and most of Ardenfel's crafts and light industry is housed in these cantons. The Abbey of St. Dalen the Wise is one of the top tier of St. Dalen, and Hailu Councillor Yingling Half-Troll has a top tier manor on St. Ohm's. Interesting. Oh, foreign quarter. Is right. Yeah, the Argonian in the foreign quarter. So we should be getting close. At the Black Shock Corner Club. What? Yeah, Black Shock Corner Club. Okay. Vivec foreign. A lot of wandering around in this game, unfortunately.
What was that?
Apothecary and alchemist. Rare books. Let's try the other side. She looked kind of weird. Black Shot Corner Club. Okay, we're looking for an Argonian. Is this him? Yeah. Blaya. I welcome you as a friend of my friend, Sword, but I wish to go to my friend's bookstore, and these troublesome fools are in my way. I have tried to persuade them, but they hate my race, and I fear they will be violent. Perhaps if you speak with them, but be careful and be ready. Troublesome fools? The sight of a free Argonian offends these racist thugs. It would tarnish my Morag Tong honor to slay them, and I don't want to trouble my friend Saralis Golmus by fighting in his club. But I must go to my friend's bookstore, where we can talk in peace. If you have a way with words, perhaps you could talk to them. Or if you have a way with money, they might be bought. Otherwise, I fear there must be bloodshed. Friend's bookstore. My friend Jobasha the Khajiit has a bookstore, Jobasha's Rare Books. If you will agree to travel together with me there, I will answer your questions. But before we go, I beg you to try and persuade these troublesome fools to leave us alone. Otherwise, I fear they will attack us the moment we go to leave. No, I want travel together. Will you travel together with me to Jabasha's Rare Books? We leave through the door to the foreign quarter wasteworks, turn right, west, continue down the hall, and across the atrium on the same level, then follow the opposite corridor west on the other side of the atrium, all the way to Jabasha's door. I must warn you, unless these troublesome fools are persuaded to behave like civilized beings, there may be fighting and killing if we try to travel together. Wait here for now. Let's see what we can do. What are you, some kind of filthy lizard lover? You want to give your little friend a big kiss? How do I convince him? Persuasion. And bribe him 100 gold. Is that enough? This rotting piece of trash ought to be chained up somewhere, not running around loose. Yeah. His kind aren't welcome here. He belongs in the swamp with the rest of them. Fine. Let's try intimidate. Whatever. We're just gonna fight these guys. Let's fight. Travel together. Yes.
You will die.
No. Oh boy. Maybe fighting them was not the best idea.
There is someone watching me. I can tell.
Let's try this again. We did it. Take his throwing stars and his money. I tried to bribe him with. Alright. We're gonna go to the bookstore and then we'll do the rest of this in the next episode. Yes, thank you very much. We should be free from distraction here. Now, I said I'd tell you about the Neverring cult, so you can report back to Caius. And I don't know any 6th house cult, but I can tell you what I know.
Tidings, Buzler.
Okay. That's it for this episode. We'll find out what this guy has to tell us in the next episode. See you guys later. Bye-bye.